Hello everybody, I'm Antonia and this is Noel and this is Adam.
Hello.
And we are from Boxtail Soup Theatre Company and we are here at the Edinburgh Fringe. We're in our flat. It's been a nice relaxing evening. Secretly I am in my pyjamas. I actually told Noel he wasn't allowed to shoot my pyjama bottoms and now I've told you all I'm in my pyjamas.
I went to all the trouble of arranging this table.
But this is the reality. This is the reality of the Fringe. You get to Sunday and you're really tired and faintly overwhelmed by everything, and so you come and hide in your flat. We have had a good second week. Well, it's kind of the first week, isn't it, really? Because
yeah, like I said last week, I called last week week 0 ? Because they kind of, they always say the festival is 3 weeks, but actually it runs just over that, because in that first or 0 week you have the technical rehearsals to get in and usually the first couple of preview performances. Yeah, so we're just at the end of week 1. We've done 11 shows, I think.
We tried to count them a minute ago, got a bit confused. We think it's 11. We're kind of confused about the day of the week.
We have done some shows.
We've done some shows and they've been very nice. We've been really, really enjoying it. And we were talking earlier when we were saying that it sort of gets to the point where after this many shows, where you feel like you don't have to think about it all anymore.
Yeah.
So you can play with the show a little bit.
It's all just kind of relaxed in and you're just letting it do what it needs to do.
Exactly.
And everyone's enjoying it. As well as just the audience enjoying it, you're also enjoying it because you have to think about what you're doing.
Exactly.
Like technical wise.
Yeah, and it's really nice because we're getting some regular, we know where the laughs come now, because when you're rehearsing, obviously, you have a director and bless him, Adam was brilliant, at sort of, helping us by laughing here and there, but there's only so many times he can do that, having watched it hundreds of times over and over. And then you get into front of an audience and you realise where there's actually lots of laughs and you can start slightly playing for it or realising that you need to wait a moment before you do that because there might be an audience reaction.
And it's really fantastic to do that when a show is brand new. To have a run of performances, to be able to run it in is brilliant. So it's great to be able to do that here.
Yeah, it is. And we've been getting some lovely responses. We've had some fantastic reviews for the show, which is lovely. We set more store, I think, by the audience reviews than the professional reviews. Professional reviews are wonderful. It's lovely when people come. They're very useful when they're useful, but they also, they're there to be. And forgive me, any professional reviewers, I feel like you would agree as well that if they can help you, that they're useful. But otherwise, you can sort of
I think it is important to sort of remember, and I think it can be really difficult when you're up here. And certainly, we've had, so this time it's been fantastic. We've had lovely 5-star reviews from several different places, which is brilliant. That hasn't always been the case.
No.
And it can be really, really hard if you're up here, especially, if you're up here as a solo performer or there's just a couple of you, then it is important to remember that
that's one person's opinion.
One person's opinion, yeah.
And the audience is really we want to please our general audience, don't we? And they've been leaving us some absolutely wonderful comments. They've been helping us with the fact that we haven't got any flyers.
Yeah.
So that's great. And yeah, it's.
And that's been nice too. Going out and doing the no flyer thing has been quite a pleasant experience. People seem to have responded quite nicely to it.
Really enjoyed it actually, because a lot of the time you dread going flying, and when you do like a Fringe show or anything, but actually it's quite nice just to be there and to be welcoming for people to approach you, which is really nice. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, we've always tried to not to kind of thrust flyers at people. We tried to sort of do it more passively, more with, that they could come to us.
Yeah.
And then I think this is taking it the next step further even. Exactly. We were doing it today, and I think so. Noel, you were standing with the A board and the other two things that we have, and you were literally standing. I noticed on the street by you were it's like a pool of other flyers, as if to prove the point that they just end up everywhere. So I am glad that we're attempting it at least.
And today somebody asked me if I was a gay wizard.
Oh yeah.
Because one of the reviews that we've had is from Scott's Gay magazine, who've been to see us several times in the past, and because it was stuck to the front and the way that the poster image is, she came up and she said, "Is the show on at the same time every day?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Are you a gay wizard?" I said, "Why would I be a gay wizard?" She said, "Well, it says Scott's came right there. I said, oh, no, that's just a magazine. This is an adaptation of Gulliver's
Maybe
Travels.
she was disappointed. Maybe that's the show that
Maybe
she
she
wanted to
wanted
see.
to-
Possibly,
was-
She still seemed intrigued. So
That's an idea for the next show at least.
Yeah,
that's the best question I've been asked so far whilst flying.
maybe.
Happy with that.
That'd be quite cool. Hello everybody, Noel and I are here on the Mile in Edinburgh. It is swelteringly hot at the moment. We just went to watch our wonderful friend Stuart Goldsmith do his comedy gig actually, and he was talking a fair bit about climate change, and then you step out into this heat, and honestly we're so glad that we didn't bring flyers for many reasons, but that is definitely one of them. This is our approach this year. We have a QR code. We then encourage people to take a photograph of the poster. You can flip the other side of that. It's been going really well actually, and the nice thing about it is that you actually get to have a conversation with people, and people come over and they say thank you rather than no thank you, which is a pleasure. So yeah, that's us today. Meltingly hot, but we had a lovely show. We've had a lovely show so far.
We've had a couple of great reviews in as well, like fantastic
Yes.
reviews.
I went to print off some more stars, so they're in my bag here, ready to get stuck onto the posters. So all in all, it's all good. It's just hot.
Otherwise, any recommendations? That was the other thing that occurred to me. Have you seen anything that is kind of, you think, oh, actually, that's another thing that people should go and see?
Well, at our venue, we've seen, I mean, there's lots of great stuff going
Some
on.
really great shows.
Really great stuff going on. There was a really, it was really nice. We went to see it, didn't we? We went to see a play called Love Them to Death, which is on in the same venue as us, and it's a straight drama, which is really nice to sometimes, you get lots of unusual things at the Fringe, and sometimes it's nice just to sit and watch a really well written, well directed, well acted play, and that was that. We love Police Cops.
Yeah,
Always
Police Cops, the
Cops.
musical, we've seen them do
Multiple
several things.
times.
Yeah.
So that's a definite recommendation if you
Consistently
happen to be coming up
hilarious.
here.
Yeah.
Cirque Alphonse
Yeah, you
are
introduced me
doing a
to
show
Cirque
called
Alphonse.
Animal. Again, we've seen them a few times, and they've always been great.
They're
But this
They're
is obviously a
so
fantastic
great.
show.
Yeah, they're brilliant, and we've seen lots of things. We try not to see. It's difficult because obviously you do a show, and then you do need to have time to go, and we have time to have a little cup of tea or whatever afterwards. But then we need time to go out with the flyer boarding, as we're calling it, to publicise our own show. So we do try and see as much as we can, but yeah, we haven't seen loads yet, I don't think.
No, we've got a few things lined up for the next few days now. Actually, it gets a little bit easier now that the show
It's relaxed.
yeah, exactly. We're not quite so worried about all the details of the show, so you feel like you've got a little more headspace, a little more kind of bandwidth to go out and.
And I think it's important as well, like I think you said as well when we first arrived, like it can feel like, oh, we're here and you need to see everything all of the time, but actually it's really important, and we're really lucky that we've got a lovely flat to come back to, that like you just go, I don't have to see anything. I can just have a normal evening.
Exactly.
Like going to the cinema like we did tonight, or just playing a board
Don't
game.
tell them we went to the cinema. Yeah, we're at our largest arts festival in the world. We go to the cinema, but only once. We only did it once. It's our one kind of escapism
Yeah,
evening.
it's a kind of halfway tradition.
It is a halfway
just
tradition.
halfway through the festival, a little bit of escapism.
Yeah, and it was not a good film.
So back to the arts we go.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't think there's that much more to say. I mean, the Fringe is a little weird this year. I think that's safe to say. It's not really following the normal rules that it normally does.
But that was bound to be the case
But,
for the first time back.
Absolutely. You know, the sales are a little strange the way that that's working, but it's really, really nice to have it back. And I feel like, you know, we're all championing it, hoping that it will reach its peak again.
And we're really enjoying the show. I'm
so
really
much.
enjoying doing the show every day now. It's
Totally.
great.
Yeah, we're making some nice Fringe friends around, aren't we? So it's very lovely. It's always very inspiring to be here. So I think that's it really, isn't it, for today, before we ramble on too long. As always, if you are enjoying the vlogs, please do give us a like, subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the new subscribers. We keep getting lots of new subscribers. I'm very excited for our niche little channel. It's rather amazing. And if you have any questions or anything, please do just leave them in the comments and we will do our best to answer them. Otherwise, thank you very much and we'll see you next week.
My brother and I never saw eye to eye. Love the white clouds, I love the blue sky. And what's worse than this, we could never agree. Love the great ocean, I love the wide sea. Row, row, row the boat on, for they'll fight till all sense and all reason is gone. Row, row, row far away, or you'll sink down to join them, and it's there that you'll stay.
How many times are we going to have to do the vlog this time? 6
times.
No!
Take 2. Okay.